yeah. So ends the Jane's Addiction song Superhero that served as the main title theme for the HBO Hollywood dramedy series Entourage. The show, which premiered in 2004, followed a fictional Mark Wahlberg stand-in named Vincent Chase and his cadre of Queens dipshits, E, Johnny Drama, and Turtle, all sanitized versions of Wahlberg and his actual felonious Boston inner circle. Entourage was a critical and commercial hit for HBO, nabbing perennial Emmy noms and a trio of trophies for star Jeremy Piven, a real-life famous asshole who portrayed a fictionalized version of real-life famous asshole Ari Emanuel. And though the show presented an odd sort of celebrity for its fake Hollywood cast, fame still presented opportunities. And for Turtle actor Jerry Ferrara, that came in the form of an overstuffed sandwich shop co-founded with partners Josh Stone and restaurant namesake Sal Capek. Opened in the Westwood neighborhood of Los Angeles in 2011, slinging sandwiches piled with ingredients like roast beef, mozzarella sticks, fries, and gravy, the eatery elevated its profile after appearing on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. The restaurant, co-founded by the actor who portrays the fictional gopher of a fictional A-lister, itself even has a connection to the A-list, as it's a purported favorite of Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, pussy posse pal of E-actor Kevin Connolly. But Ferrara had an acrimonious split with his business partners in 2016, resulting in litigation and scathing TMZ articles, mirroring a plotline that might affect his Entourage alter ego. Still, the local chain has thrived in his absence, and today has a half-dozen restaurants and a ghost kitchen in the greater LA area. But do its culinary wares make customers croon, "Oh yeah"? This week on Doughboys, we're making sandwiches over here, as we review Fat Sal's.
It's the Doughboys!
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Grudge Winehold, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
Jesus.
Grudge Winehold from Alex, who writes, just listened to the electric bike incident and haven't heard many roasts about Mitch's love for spite. We should not relitigate that. That's been closed. Roastspoonman@gmail.com.
Yeah, how was it closed?
Resolved. It's fine. It's resolved.
How was it closed?
Neither of us got a bike. I think you said that to send there was a dispute. An advertiser was going to offer us an electric bike. However, there's only one bike for the two of us, and you wanted the bike.
Look,
we both wanted the bike.
Who's the king who says, "I'll cut the baby in half"? It's not King Midas.
Solomon.
He turns Solomon.
Solomon from 3,000 Years of Longing recently.
Oh, Solomon was in Longing?
That's Solomon.
Congrats, Solomon.
Yeah, he's great in it.
I said to our advertisers, I said, Weiger may have the bike. And they said, Mitch, that's very noble of you. I said, yeah, I know. And then we never heard anything ever.
We never heard back.
And I think they pulled their advertising from
I think
us.
they pulled it because they heard us fighting about it on the podcast, which is fine. It's fair outcome.
You don't need an electric bike, you fucking fat ass. Pedal yourself, for God's sakes.
You're the one who wanted it more.
Yeah, I know. I would have been looked cool driving around town on the electric bike.
It's fine. It's settled. No grudges are being held about it. It's resolved. We can move on.
I was the better man. Wags, football season has begun.
Wow.
You and I both knocked out of our survivor pool, the Dose Cord survivor pool, both in the first
That's right.
week.
I'd never played before. I picked the Denver Broncos, and they lost. And so there we go. I'm out. I'm fucking out. Like the first Top Chef in Illinois.
And I also picked the Denver Broncos. Did you pick that independently, or did you copy me?
I copied Fish, our Discord moderator.
Oh, so he got booted too, huh? Damn.
I think he also got booted. Yeah, everyone's fucking out.
Oh, everyone's out. Did you watch any games, Wags? No, of course not.
No, I don't follow the NFL. I'm only watch the NBA and pro wrestling. But I saw the outcome that affected me, which is that I'm fucking booted.
Yeah, you're fucking booted. Too bad it wasn't a real survivor pool and we weren't just both put down. Would have been nice. Wags, one other thing, Susser slept over the other night.
Our friend Evan Susser slept over at the Spoon Manor.
That's right. He slept at Spoon Manor. Is that what we're going to call it? I guess it is Spoon Manor. But he slept at Spoon Manor. His AC was broken.
I think Spoon Manor is pretty good.
So he was in the room next door to me. We had a nice little sleepover. It was like old
What a
times.
blast.
It was great.
What a hoot.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Nothing really fun to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It just happened. I guess there was nothing. There's nothing good. I got nothing from it. There's nothing here, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
2 40-year-old men having a sleepover wasn't like an opportunity for mischief. There were any madcap outings. You guys just both put on your CPAP masks and caught some shut-eye.
It's like putting on like how people used to put on sleeping hats back in the day, little sleeping caps. We put on our CPAP masks and we went to bed. It was nice. It was nice to have him here. We watched Game of Thrones, which I thought it was the best episode 4. I know this is just dating things, but what?
Weiger's having an issue. I love audio.
Weiger wrote, I love audio in the chat.
Wags, me too.
Which was such a weird and very Weiger-like thing to say that I was just like, oh, all right.
You just moved on.
Let's just move on with it. But you know what? While Wags is figuring out his audio, I can at least do a drop. Wags,
I cannot
here's
hear
a little
you,
drop.
Wags.
No, we still can't hear you. You're still gone.
Fuck. I can lip read that one.
I think he's saying I love audio over and over again.
Yeah. He's just going, I love audio.
I love
about now?
audio.
There
we
it
can hear
is.
you.
Fuck. What a fucking mess.
It's all good.
The
This
gods
sucks too
punish
because
you.
we had we're very excited to have today's guest, and this is a thing that's been a long time coming. One of the most demanded. Like everyone's like, you got to get this guy on. We're very excited. We're fans of his, and my fucking audio's fucking up, and also we got this weird energy. I don't know what's going on here.
Why is this weird?
I don't know. It's all fucked up. I'm pissed off.
Use that. Harness it.
I was late. I was on the porcelain throne, as they say.
Oh, God.
You were shitting, so to speak.
So to speak, Wags. You have this weird energy. You love audio. I didn't do anything wrong.
I meant to type I lost audio. I wrote I love audio. Which is not true today. Audio's being a fucking pain in the ass.
And I don't think it's true ever. A man who notoriously drives around without music on.
That's right.
Here we go. Here is Wags. Here is a little drop now that you're back. Here is a little drop.
What brand is this?
That one.
That's the song that plays? What?
I think LG.
It has like a whole jingle it plays?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have this washer.
I think LG. Wow.
Very cool.
That was good. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
You know?
Well crafted.
Nothing but an
Sometimes you just admire
LG.
the craft behind a drop.
Nothing but an LG thing is what
Oh,
it was.
that's clever too.
Hi, Drop King and the entire cast and crew of the Doughboys podcast. Very formal. This washer dryer jingle is near and dear to many of us in the LG appliance community, and I was grateful to hear it discussed on an episode a while back. This person's funnier than us. More podcasts should be doing this. Thanks to the Drop Lab geniuses on the Discord, my wife, and God for their invaluable guidance through this process. Peace and love, Sam Skimsley
thanks, Sam.
on Discord. Sam, wow, what a drop, Sam. Damn.
What a drop.
You know what? I got that LG bad boy going right now.
Yeah, good timing. Start a load of laundry just as about to record a podcast.
We'll hear the ding. We'll hear the ding at some point during the
That'll be
during
a
the
lot.
pod.
That'll be a lot of fun. Look forward to that.
They're Susser's sheets. So this is about the fourth time I've put them through the wash.
Yeah.
There's still ranch
some bleach in
stains
there.
on them. Yeah. Hopefully ranch stains, whatever they are. There's stains. There's white stains. Wise, introduce our guests. We have weird energy according to you. Now I'm in my head.
This is
I
going.
didn't think
No,
we
this
had
is
it.
going great. This is going
Jesus.
great. Very, very excited to have today's guest, a podcaster
Wait,
and
hold on.
journalist.
Oh, okay. I was just going to show you something
What
cute
happened?
before we introduce the guest.
Here,
While
I'll
he's
introduce
just-
the guest, then you can show our guests something cute as well. A podcaster and journalist from Chapo Trap House, which is on tour in October. Matt Christman is here. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Matt, thank you for being here.
Thanks
Very
for being
happy
here.
to be here. Thank you.
What a treat. What a hoot.
Can't wait to talk treats.
Sorry about our weird energy.
You know what? That's fine. I feel like it's my job here to be a vibe smith, to reorient the vibe in a positive direction. I'm here to channel energies, redirect them in a positive way.
I love it.
Wow.
Already improving things.
There's 7 years of bad vibes between Wags and I, so it's gonna be
Yes.
it's gonna take some work.
That's fine. I'll be like the guy from Some Kind of Monster. I'll be the psychiatrist.
Awesome doc. Love that doc.
You know, I saw a good monster movie this weekend. I saw Barbarians. I liked it, Wags. I thought it was fun.
Don't know spoilies. There's you can't say anything about Barbarian without spoiling.
All right.
It's a very spoilable movie.
I guess horror movie. I didn't mean monster movie. Here's a little picture of. This is what I thought was very cute.
Okay,
We'll
let's see.
bleep stuff. I don't care. Here's something that's very cute. Here's something that's sorry, Emma. Here's something that's very cute. This is what I saw. Is Wally is sitting here on the window. It's very cute. I just know he's never done this before. Hold on.
Okay, Mitch is turning his camera over. Matt, are you a cat
Aw.
man?
I think I used to be. Now though, I've been dogs for a long time. Got 2 of them currently.
You're a dog dude. What's the dog stitch in your place?
One of them is a sort of a Schnauzer Yorkie mix with a mustache named Boris,
Cute.
and the other is a
That's cute.
Chihuahua Corgi mix
Oh
named
man,
Peanut. We both got them
great.
Dang.
from a pound, and basically we got one to take sort of socialize the other because the bigger one was very hostile to other dogs.
Mm.
So we got a smaller dog for him to get normal around dogs with, but now they love each other, thankfully. But now he's just taught the other one to be hostile to other dogs. Now they just run as an evil pack.
That's cool as hell.
That's great.
Adorable.
Do you what's your do you feed your dogs human food ever as a treat?
Well, one of them, there's a Goofus and Gallant situation because Boris, the bigger boy,
Mhm.
is incredibly. We got him, he was already 5 years old. We got him. He was super well behaved. He was like super potty trained, and also very disciplined around food. He'll wait very patiently under the table for you, or I guess specifically me, to drop crumbs that he could get. But he's not going to bark or beg or try to get it from you. Peanut, the smaller dog, will not only try to grab food directly out of your hand, he'll try to like get up in my face and like pull crumbs out of my beard.
Wow,
Wow.
that's alpha.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go through this training, Wags, as well. I feel like we're kind of a Goofus and Gallant situation ourselves. We have a lot in common with these dogs.
I shudder to think of how much people would like it if I ate food out of your beard. So many of the fucking freaks who listen to our podcast.
You could charge more for
Love
that one.
shit. Yeah, new Patreon tier. I want to talk a little bit about.
If I gave the
because
thing a shake, I'm sure some food would fall out right now, honestly.
turkey sub. Matt, I want to talk a little bit because we recently spent some time in your home state, and it's a state that we've been to previously. You're from Wisconsin, and I think that
Wow.
one of my favorite chains we've ever been to when we've been on the road has been Wisconsin's own Culver's.
Oh yeah, baby.
Are you a Culver's man?
Of course, Culver's is the goat. I still insist that In-N-Out is the platonic fast food burger chain because of the price point. But
fair.
Just as a burger, it's pretty impossible. It's pretty difficult to beat the butter burger. And then they also have those exquisite specialty sandwiches. Frickin' pork tenderloin? Are you kidding me?
I
Yeah.
haven't had the pork tenderloin.
An incredibly good fish sandwich, and of course the custard. My God, who can compare?
Custard's
who
great.
can compete with the custard on the dessert side? You can't do it.
I
And
mean,
they
come
have
on.
12-year-olds behind the counter, so it's like a weird Children of Men Children of the Corn experience every time you go there. Have you ever noticed? I don't know if you guys noticed that, but there's like there's an exception to labor law that allows like 12-year-olds to work, and a lot of them work in Culver's.
Oh,
Wow.
Weiger noticed.
Okay.
By the way, Culver's is better than In-N-Out. I mean, come on.
No, it's better
Come
tasting.
on.
No question. There's no question. It's just I think that people, because of the introduction of like the mid-tier of burger places like Five Guys and Shake Shack, people kind of got a little bougie in their conception of what a fast food hamburger should be. And to me,
Sure.
the In-N-Out price point intersection with taste is the platonic chain. Like, you're talking about a sit-down restaurant with your $10 burgers. Get out of here.
You can get.
I'm holding the line.
Here. Watch. Weiger's going to say that he likes In-N-Out better. You were going to say it.
I'm going to say I'll couch this in that I grew up in Southern California. I'm
See,
a
there you go.
lifelong
Whatever
SoCal
you had
Surfer
first is going to sear
what I had
itself in
first.
your brain case.
Yes.
Nothing. Everything's going to be
100%.
compared to it. It can never be dethroned.
100%. No, yes.
You call
that's
me
the-
a
it's
homer.
nostalgia's working
You
for
call
it.
me you call me a homer. You call me a homer so often you may as
Yeah.
well be Marge, Wags. You call me Homer constantly. and I just
You're
want
a
to say
season
here,
1 homer though.
why I
Walter
oughta.
Matthau?
Yes, yeah.
Well, Wags, I think you could. I think you can admit here that with In-N-Out, you're a bit of a homer. I think you're a homer.
I'm a bit of a homer.
with In-N-Out.
Here, I've said this before. If I grew up in Wisconsin, where Matt grew up, or if I would like Culver's better than In-N-Out, no question. Like I do. When I had Culver's, I was like, this is fantastic. This is really good. I think Matt's point is
Wisconsin
trenchant.
Wags is interesting to think of.
A lot of people think I'm from the Midwest because I don't really have, I guess, SoCal vibes, despite me living in LA County my entire life. But I've gotten that before of like, oh wow, I didn't think you were from here.
Self-proclaimed SoCal surfer dude as well.
That's right. But the
Have you ever touched a surfboard?
I've seen them. Seen a few
I kind of don't believe that either. But
through
okay.
binoculars.
What the fuck?
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Culver's is very, very, very good. I think your observation about the price point is spot on because that's the thing about In-N-Out Burger is that like it's one of the few places where you can get like a good quality fast food burger combo for like under $10.
Exactly. And to me, that's how it should be. So we should give them a special award. The award for most ideal fast food chain got to go to In-N-Out. Now, in a vacuum, best burger? No, probably not In-N-Out. Culver's is in the running for sure.
Culver's is very good.
Is up there.
The Waggy Award. You know, I'll say this: that In-N-Out. I gave In-N-Out a hard time, but I do think it is. I think, you know what? I would even say it's a 5-fork restaurant for what it is.
Great.
I do think it is Platinum Play Club, but maybe, it's interesting talking about today's chains, but specifically the ingredients are really great. Like the meat at In-N-Out is very good.
It's not frozen. It's all fresh, baby.
Yeah.
That's makes a big difference. The
Yeah.
Wendy's way.
I gotta say,
Wendy's claims to be not frozen as well.
I had even when McDonald's switched, it was noticeable. Like I had a quarter pounder
Right.
recently for the first time since they switched it because I kind of gave it the jack off motion. Like, oh yeah, but then I ate it and I'm like, damn, this is like notably better.
It is. They're pretty damn good.
Yeah,
We got the fresh beef QPC when it dropped, Mitch, on the podcast, and we're like, this is definitely an improvement. It's noticeable. So what are your your go-to fast food chains beyond the Culvers of the world?
I am a big Arby's fan.
Oh hell yeah.
I'll put myself out
Wow.
there as an Arby's stan. Even I think they've gotten
Wow.
a raw deal. I think that the roast beef sandwich, like it's a great, beautiful piece of meat that you can only really get there. There's no other fast food. I mean, there's a place in St. Louis called like the Red Lion or something. That's like or the local version of Arby's, and it's like that's better. And it's like, yeah, I would love to go that. But if you don't have that, you got Arby's,
Wow.
and of course they've got the ambrosia and nectar of fast food condiments, horsey sauce and Arby's sauce.
Yes.
But in addition to that, they have a wildly varied menu. They have a gyro that has like a seasoned meat that is far better than it has any right to be. I
agree with that.
I speak very good about I love the gyro. They got a great fish sandwich. They have mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese. They've been on the forefront of even like the developments in the like accessories lines, like Who else has mott sticks?
I agree.
Yeah, there's only one Arby's. That's to me is a big part of it. It's just like
exactly.
no place else is doing what they do.
I think it's only fair
Mm-hmm.
that the people who kind of besmirched its name, I think we should beat the hell out of them. So I'm talking early season Simpsons writers. We gotta stomp their asses.
It was a running gag in like 90s comedy, like that them Seinfeld.
And then in the aughts, it was fucking Jon Stewart.
That's what it was. Yeah,
and it really what it boils down to is it's just that the name sounds funny.
Sure,
you could have picked literally any one of them. Arby's has that funny little BY sound at the end. It's already halfway to a joke. Taco Bell doesn't have that same assonance. None of them do. But you could have picked anyone because everyone knows they're all garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
What makes one funnier than the other is literally just the sound it makes.
And I got to be honest with you, beating up some 90s comedy writers would probably be cathartic.
Oh my God.
It might be nice.
How dare you? No one man should have all that much power over someone's psyche.
Have you ever had the speaking of your Arby's fandom, have you ever had the jalapeno poppers with the Bronco berry sauce?
No.
Truly odd pairing.
Bold.
It's great. Really strange, and it's one of the things that I like. To me, just it's just pure chaos, and I don't really. It doesn't really work for me. I usually will opt for some ranch instead if I get those jalapeno poppers. But it's just like again, they're just trying things. They're just like, hey, we'll have this.
Exactly.
We'll have a berry sauce paired with a jalapeno popper. Who else is fucking doing that?
Yeah, and I haven't even. Like, this isn't really my type of thing, so I haven't really dabbled there, but they have that whole smokehouse deal where Ving Rhames screaming about the meats that they have with the briskets.
Yes.
And I mean, that 19-hour brisket, I mean, I don't know if it's good. I generally don't like that kind of thing at a fast food place, but from what I hear, it's very good. And again, something you can't get at other fast food places.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some. And by the way, Bronco Berry, I've never even heard of Bronco Berry. Sounds like a Quentin Tarantino
sounds like some fucking Dr. Seuss shit to me.
Yeah. The Lorax was eating Bronco
you get
berries.
That off a truffle of tough.
I'm trying to. It looks like it's a mix of it's basically like a pickled. It's basically like a jam made of red bell peppers. Apparently. That's what this person has divined, who's tried to reverse engineer a recipe. But it's very
whatever
sweet.
it is, it works. It works with the jalapeno poppers. Cools them down a notch, wags. It works.
Do you like spicy, Matt?
Oh,
you a spicy guy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those pain pigs.
Right.
I'm not buying the one chip challenge, which is a really decadent affront to God. If you've seen that in the stores.
Man, I did the
one chip challenge. Have you seen it?
I did the one chip challenge last year.
You did it?
Yeah.
It's genius marketing, trying to sell chips individually.
Yes.
Which means packaging them individually. It's just like, this is monstrous. But I would not do it anyway because that sounds like it would be painful. No, thank you. But I like to bang it up a little bit. I like to throw some, like when I'm at Taco Bell, which is another mainstay, I'm throwing on the Diablo sauce.
I've gone mild. I've gone mild in my life.
Really?
I've
turning down the volume with you age.
I've turned down the volume big time.
I think your body generally wants you to do that. So if you can like listen to it, it's usually smart.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'll still eat some spicy stuff here and there. I did the one chip challenge a year ago. I did it when we were doing the Quincy fantasy football draft last year. I was home and someone brought one and I was like, I'll do it. How bad could it be? And it was so bad. Like so horribly bad for 5 minutes or whatever. It just sucked. When it just sucks, what fun is it when you're like, oh, this sucks and this will like hurt. Like this is gonna hurt my body.
I mean,
tomorrow.
people want a challenge, like that we feel totally neutered and like we never reach our potential, and because we could never really like press ourselves in a way that is that feels dangerous and that is uncomfortable without being actually threatening to our well-being. Because we have so little safety net, so little room to mess around. So all we're left with is things like, let's see if I can eat this chip. And then having like experienced that can like carry that around as a piece of, hey, I ate that chip. I did that. As
this
opposed
is my
to I
D
just
day,
like blurb
basically.
around. And of course, it has to come through consumption and eating snacks because that's the only self-actualization avenues left to us.
So me eating a chip is like storming the beaches of Normandy
Exactly.
back in the
That's
day.
precisely
Okay.
it. Like you have the one chip challenge instead of Omaha Beach.
Look, I like spicy foods. I've said before that I'm a bit of a heat seeker. But I'm with you in that, like, I hate the fucking go for the hottest tier, like blow it out your ass, like this is the spiciest of spicy, the stuff that's just pure pain. Like for
You
me,
got to
it's
go to
just,
the hospital for your hole for that reason.
I did. I did. I had to go to urgent care for a related incident at a hot chicken restaurant. But I recently, I still do it to myself sometimes. I went to.
Didn't you get a new hole? Didn't they give you a? Like,
yeah, they gave me
there's hole donors. You got someone else's hole.
They gave me a dead man's hole. But then I found out he was an executed serial killer.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So who knows?
Perfect fit.
Yeah. Like the fucking horror movie premise. They're just
haunted hole.
Yeah.
I don't know how many scary movies use haunted in the title. I guess a few of them use haunted, but
more I think should.
Yeah, more should.
It's a fucking like give me the spicy. I went to a hot chicken place recently. There's just so many of these now. They're all just like fucking clones of each other, and they've all got like the hottest thing is called, the hottest level is called like holy cluck. You know, it's some fucking some strained pun, and I just like anytime I get the hottest level, like this is just unpleasant.
Yeah, we turn our noses at strained puns on this pod.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's I think you just gotta find that you gotta find your own personal sweet spot or heat spot.
The creators of Dog Dough Bark Fest.
Yeah.
I think it depends on. Also, for me, it's different types of spice. Like I generally I find like the Mexican style spice, like the jalapeno spice, that kind of thing, the vinegary. I feel like it kind of lingers a little bit astringently, so I like to keep it a little loud there. But like Szechuan, give it to me.
Oh hell yeah,
I'm cranking it. Give me the numb tongue. Give me the stomach just gurgling and roiling hours later after I've just been eating just actual red pepper shells by the fistful.
No, I love that.
It is crazy how like I should easily just in an orange chicken or something, I should just ignore those little Szechuan peppers, but I can't.
They're so good.
I can't resist.
Myself.
No.
They're so fucking good. I can do like I know my limit at least. I'm like I can eat like 3 of these. Yeah. Maybe 4, but like 3 or 4, and then I'm like, the rest you just gotta throw away. Like you can't do more than that because it's gonna come back to haunt you.
Oh yeah.
You know what spice I like, Wags? The spice from Dune. I'm a fan of the spice from Dune. Melange.
Yeah. You do have those deep blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you gotta watch out with that stuff though.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
Sandworms. It can attract sandworms as well.
That's right.
Sandworms in my part of town are all tiny though. Don't worry about it. Little fucking minuscule sandworm pops up.
Just apologizing for it. Sorry.
Can't ride you.
That's what happens on Dune to the sandworms after like a few 100,000 million years of terraforming. They just shrink into little earthworms you're just walking over. Get out of here. Losers.
Wait, is that canon?
In my mind, it is.
I haven't read like the 7 Dune books that were written by his son.
No, I haven't read it. I read the first one, and I'm like, okay, I got the point.
First one fucking rips.
I'm like, I'll stick at movie level here. I don't need the lore. It's not like Gambo where I needed the lore. Game of Thrones.
I liked the Dune movie. I was a fan of it. I thought it was pretty good. But Wags, we're going back to Pandora this Christmas.
Yes,
that's right. We sure are.
That's the movie event of the millennium right there.
Fucking thrilled.
It's huge.
We get Top Gun Maverick and Avatar 2 in the same year.
It's gonna save us, folks. We're all gonna figure out. We're gonna reignite our love of the movies. We're gonna
Jake
reignite our
Sully.
love and faith in each other, and we're gonna all realize that Pandora is a place on Earth, and then we're gonna make it real.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, never bet against Cameron. I'm very excited.
Do you think like Biden will see the new app? I mean, like everyone will see it, right?
Oh yeah, you gotta.
I think he will.
God, I would love them to put Biden in like the IMAX with the sensor on, and he just is pulverized into dust. Like they come in, they put the lights on afterward, and he is just like he's his clothes and like his fake teeth, and and whatever the hell rug he's got weaved into the top of his head. Everything else is just like the stimuli was enough to liquefy him.
It becomes a new presidential test. You have to be
Can
able
you
to watch.
withstand Avatar?
We got another one that turned into dust. There's a Pelosi dust pile.
Yeah.
Or he just comes out of the movie so just deeply impacted by it that like it's reset his whole brain, and he thinks that in fact it was real. And instead of corn pop, he starts talking about the Na'vi. The Na'vi were some blue dudes.
I would like a scenario where he transfers his mind into an avatar. I would love to see.
There you
Get
go.
him back out there and fighting trim.
Fucking tall ass blue President Biden on the podium.
Go into the post.
Brooklyn dad defiant tweeting pictures of him. This is my president.
Oh man, so Avatar Biden, I think, would challenge Obama to a basketball game and then just dunk right in his fucking face. It's like always wanted to do that, Brock.
There is in the original. I got to rewatch yours. They are playing basketball too. That is a part, right?
Yes, that's a part of on their
yeah.
the avatars are all hanging out and hooping in the base.
Man, I'd definitely get an avatar body.
Oh
you
my
know
God,
I would.
give me a break.
You
Jeez.
gotta. They're available. That's the dream.
Yeah, if you can pick one up, I recommend it. I've been pricing them though, and it's not viable for the general public yet. We'll see if they can bring that price point down, maybe with some efficiencies.
The next Build Back Better will have like some tax incentive for avatar bodies. Going to be manufactured here.
Well, that's the sad thing is we're like just a regular citizen won't be able to afford them. It will just be
Right,
you
yeah,
know,
no.
every senator will be in an avatar
Yes.
body.
Well, look, we could talk about Avatar all day, but we have a chain to
Certainly.
discuss. We're going
Wow.
to take a break. We'll be right back with more Doughboys to talk about Fat Sal's.
Wow.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. You know, I've focused on problems instead of solutions sometimes. And that old noodle of mine, when I start overthinking things, it can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling, and a therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easy to accomplish your goals no matter how big or small. What inspired me to try therapy? Well, heck, I was anxious, depressed, having trouble sleeping, and the benefits have been immense. Just talking through my problems with somebody who can understand how to listen and what to say has made me less stressed and more confident. It's helped me sleep better. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey and switch therapists anytime. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/doughboys. Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with promo code Doughboys. FanDuel has all of your favorite bets, from the money line to point spreads to player props. You can combine your bets for a better chance at a bigger payout with a same-game parlay. With live betting, you'll get updated odds on games that have already started. The app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Get your winnings paid fast. So sign up today with promo code Doughboys for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 for Arizona, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat, Connecticut, 1-800-9-WITH-IT, Indiana, 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com, Kansas, 1-877-770-STOP, Louisiana, 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York, Tennessee Redline, 1-800-889-9789, Tennessee, 1-800-522-4700, Wyoming, or visit www.1800gambler.net, West Virginia. Welcome back to Doughboys. We're here with our guest, Matt Christman, discussing this week's chain, Fat Sal's, whose slogan is, "We're making sandwiches over here."
Hey,
Hey.
what you do?
Founded in 2010 in Westwood, just south of UCLA. Josh Stone, Sal Capek, and Jerry Ferrara, a.k.a. Turtle from Entourage, the co-founders.
Oh,
I believe
shit,
Ferrara,
Turtle is involved?
Yeah, I believe
Turtle's
Turtle has had a
involved.
falling out since.
Yeah,
I don't think he's any
out.
he's any involved any longer.
I have to say, that does snap a piece of the puzzle into place.
That's why, if you notice when you open the door to Fat Sal's, that you hear, "Oh yeah," that's like their little doorbell ring. Turtle was gonna Jerry Ferrara was gonna come on the pod.
Was
to
that
discuss
true?
it. I mean, I think yes.
I don't remember
hope
this at all.
I pray I didn't dream this up.
Is this your fantasy?
Jerry Ferrara was going to come. I mean, it seems like a nice guy, and no ill will towards Jerry Ferrara, but I think he had a falling out with the company, and we this was 7 years ago. We've never discussed this place, Wags. This is new this is a new restaurant for us.
I looked up the email, Mitch. I looked up the email, and it wasn't Jerry Ferrara. It was Jared Fogle, who we were supposed to get on.
You guys came so close.
Yeah.
Also, I guess the ask wouldn't come from Jerry Ferrara, but would probably come from Lloyd, Ari's assistant, is my guess.
There are a half dozen locations of Fat Sal's. They're mostly in Southern California, but there's of course an outlet in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which always makes you.
That's wonderful.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
Celebrity fast food places and sub-Ivy League universities, private universities, just love having campuses inexplicably in the Gulf Coast.
Oh yeah,
Like
indeed.
you can eat in a Wahlburgers in like the commissary of like NYU Dubai.
I did see a Wahlburgers there. I watched a bit of an Wahlburgers episode. We may have talked about on the pod before, Mitch, where it was exactly that. He's like talking about expanding to the Middle East and
yeah.
This is an aside, but did you guys watch Wall Street?
No.
Money Never Sleeps?
No, Wall WHAL Street. It was a documentary series on HBO Go, Max, whatever the fuck. And it's following him around, but not based on his acting jobs, but on all of the businesses that he owns.
Wow.
So it's Wahlburger business mindset, and it's just him and like his executive bros working on their fitness chain of spas, working on the Wahlburgers restaurants, working on all this other shit, and it's bounced around. And like, it's so funny because he keeps talking about how you got to diversify, you got to keep it going, you got to have a lot of irons in the fire. You got this, and then like while they're shooting it, COVID happens, and literally every single one of his companies is like customer facing, like retail food or like services, and all of them collapse simultaneously.
Wow.
That's
Like
insane.
none of them have hedged any of the other ones. They are all vulnerable to the exact same market.
That's insane.
That's amazing. I didn't even know about this. It came out in 2021.
It's very funny.
Wow. What's his deal? Is he like a dry drunk, one of those like workaholics who's just like
It seems to be. He's addicted to golf and exercise and just like busting his buddy's balls. Like he's got all these dudes around him who are all like, it's essentially Elvis's posse, only because it's the hustle grind set 21st century, and they're not a bunch of fat, lazy babies of the Keynesian, consensus. They all have to have jobs. You know, they're not just there
Right.
to carry his scarves and water. They have to be in charge of the apparel line, or they have to be in charge of the burger restaurants. By the way, have you guys talked about Wahlburgers on this show?
We have, yeah.
We
correct?
visited.
Drek.
I didn't have a great experience at Wahlburgers. It was like very down the middle. But I went to a very touristy location in Hollywood. Mitch, I think you went to one in Boston and had a little bit of a better experience.
Well, it better be good in Boston, for Christ's sake. If it's not,
I think we were at the Hingham Shipyard is where we went and got it, and the food was surprisingly pretty good. And it's like a place that I don't frequent ever. I mean, I went when it opened, but there was also an AMC down there. But like, I remember specifically the last movie I went and saw with my dad, which was The Muppets, the new Muppets with Jason Segel.
Right.
We got Wahlburgers before or after that. Like, that was like one of the few times that I had ever had it. And I mean, Bostonians don't like, you know what I mean? It's not like,
of course not.
Right.
A lot of Bostonians don't
nose.
like Mark Wahlberg is the other thing
he's
too.
sure.
He's
like a piece of shit.
mascot. It's unseemly. It's like, hey, you think you're better than me? What are you doing? But I had Wahlburgers once on Coney Island, and the only thing I remember is that the sauce, the wall sauce, it was actually flavorless. Like, it did not have a flavor to me when I ate it. I was like, I am trying to determine what part of this is supposed to be sauced, and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Just neutral goo. What the fuck is the wall?
Hey, nothing
sauce?
wrong with a neutral goo, Wags.
But if I'm not, they have the whole thing about like his chef brother is like overseeing the menu.
Yes.
If you're not going to give me like a fancy aioli, what is the point of this? Since you're charging that elevated fancy burger price point,
Yes.
give me something, for Christ's sake.
No, it's fucking expensive.
He's a man who wakes up at 3:30. He has a rock schedule. He wakes up at 3:30 in the morning to pray and work out. I mean, there's a lot of things that like don't connect him to like where Boston people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But he was good to his friends. That, you know, the Turtle is based in Johnny Drama. Well, Johnny Drama is his brother, but like Turtle was a real guy. Like the Entourage crew were real people that he looked out for. I think Turtle actually passed away or something.
We were doing all this was Wahlberg talk.
Turtle's
and
dead?
I didn't. The real
Turtle's
turtle
dead. I think the real turtle
goodness.
is passed. Yeah, I think he is passed. I
didn't even make the mental connection to Mark Wahlberg being the Entourage guy, but of course that's his. Wait
a minute. I thought the Turtle was Randall Emmett, the guy who made the geezer teasers and is now getting sued by everyone. But he might be a different guy.
All right, so hold on. I Wags, you can look this up on Bing as well.
Okay, I'm binging it.
Well, you know what? While you Bing that, I'll say this, is that there is now a Kevin Hart fast food restaurant it opened in Los Angeles. What is it called? Hart something? Wags, you can also Bing that too after you're done with this.
All right,
Bing.
hold on.
But I didn't realize it's a vegan restaurant, which I'm kind of like, huh. Like he's trying to make the vegan McDonald's basically, which I guess is kind of more commendable, but
yeah, sure, why not?
Don't know if it's good.
Something to try. Donnie Donkey Carroll died of an asthma attack at age 39. His real life assistant. So,
oh shit, 39. That's insane that he was only 39 because the show was
very young.
Feels ancient. It's my age.
No, this
now.
was years ago. This was in 2005. He died he died fucking 17 years ago.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. The year I graduated college, 2005.
Did you know? Sorry, I don't want to get too much down a Wikipedia wormhole here. I didn't realize Jerry Ferrara dated Jamie Lynn Sigler from The Sopranos.
Yes,
HBO super couple.
And now just imagine if you brought that into the real, if Turtle went home to how to meet Tony Soprano.
What a crossover ep that would be.
You think Tony's gonna put up with this shit?
He might like him.
I feel like in that scenario, like Turtle would get whacked or something. Like I feel like that would have been a fun, interesting storyline.
He might get the shit beat out of him. That's probably what would happen.
It's like how Christopher killed his writing partner. Spoiler alert for the old show that's been out forever. The best show of all time. You should have already seen it.
Wall sauce apparently, supposedly, a combination of sautéed onions, parsley, sriracha, ketchup, and mayonnaise.
Got nothing. Got zero of those things.
Well, let's talk about Fat Sal's. Matt, I'm assuming
Yes.
you've never been. This is your first time.
I'd never been to a Fat Sal's. No, I think I'd seen it a few times. but
Wow.
had not really appealed to me.
Yeah.
Didn't get the call.
Yeah. It is very much, interestingly enough, Wags, when I went to bed last night at past the witching hour, but I was laying in bed and The Godfather was on. And I was reading. I was looking up like Luca Brasi. I was like looking up because the guy who played him was like a wrestler, actually, I think was like actually like an enforcer for like not Al Capone. That's too old. Whoever the New York mafia man was, you know who I'm talking about.
Mafia man of New York.
The mafia man of New York.
All I can think of is John Gotti, but that's after The Godfather.
No, oh shit, that is after The Godfather.
No, yeah, it can't have been Gotti.
Gambino?
I have no idea. Maybe yes, I think it was
Gambino.
probably the Gambinos, one
Yeah.
of the Gambinos. But he was a real life like enforcer, the guy who played Luca Brasi, and also like the Italian Anti-Defamation League was like, you gotta take the mafia, you gotta take you can't mention mafia in the movie, and then they were like, all right, and they like bowed down to the Italian Anti-Defamation Leagues, and then that meant that like the actual mafia had to be on set during the movie, which is very funny to me that that actual mafia like mob members were there during filming to make sure things were right. But Fat Sal's, look, I love a good East Coast deli / sub place, Wags.
Sure.
I'm always talking about that, how I miss that on the West Coast. And the idea of Fat Sal's when it opened was it seemed like a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It was not far from Funny or Die, Wags, where you were working.
One of the locations, yeah, the original locations is by UCLA.
And just the idea of sandwiches stuffed with fries and onion rings and mozzarella sticks sounds fun. And I hadn't been there in a while to Fat Sal's, but I'm going to bring up my hot take now about Fat Sal's. And I think that this affects everything is the fries are bad. And so when you're sticking a bunch of fries that are not good into a sandwich, it doesn't make it a good sandwich. Like, you need quality fries. And so in turn, a lot of these sandwiches end up kind of tasting like mush. Like Matt, like you were saying, like the flavorless goo.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these sandwiches can just be like a big log of mush.
Yes.
With a lot of like the French fries and stuff stuck in them. I feel like you need to have good quality fries if you're going to put them in a sandwich, and then you gotta lay them in the right way. You can't put too many in there, or you're just eating a potato roll. So
yeah, it really. I got the Fat Sal's. I figured it's the flagship, which is
Why not?
Yeah, and that is the ribeye. The cheesesteak style ribeye with mod sticks, onion rings, and fries stuffed in it, mayonnaise on the garlic hero with a side of brown gravy, which is absolutely necessary. If you did not have that, you would not be able to get anything of this down, because it's just so. It was really like biting into a savory couch cushion. I would say that is the flavor. That was what the actual experience was like, of putting it in my mouth. And and it would get cut by the meat, thank God. But everything else was just this wad that we had no real differentiation. Like, there was no crispiness to the fries, and even the coating on the onion rings and the mott sticks just kind of turned into a paste, and then everything got totally overwhelmed, and then you end up really sticking and kind of hanging on to that gravy there to help it get down and to provide some sort of flavor contrast.
I'm telling you, those fries, if you're eating the sandwiches in the restaurant, the fries aren't crispy. Like, the fries are never crispy. They just are. They're bad.
They make
fries.
them that way. Yeah.
They're just uncrisped fries. They're not great. They should change their fries. They should get new fries, maybe crinkle cut fries, something that just is something naturally more crispy, Wags, because these things are they're sogged out. I mean, I know that a part of it is being in a sandwich, and I know that that's going to do some damage to the fries or whatever, but the fries are just are not good, and they're in basically everything.
Yeah.
You can order them without them. You can get sandwiches without fries, and I've never done that. I should have gotten just a straight up like Italian sandwich. And my favorite is like the fat Italian or whatever the hell it is of all the sandwiches there. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, just get them fries out of there.
On it. Yeah, remove the fries.
Yeah. I agree that the fries are not great there, and I'll say even if you get them in isolation, like a side of fries, they're just very insubstantial and don't have a lot of flavor, don't have a lot of natural seasoning, don't have a great fry, which you'd expect from this place. Is like so much of it is they should have good fryer work.
Yeah, it's amazing when they can't get that right.
Yeah, because it's not good product. It's not like they're like these house battered, chicken fingers. This is just like shit from Cisco. This is all just stuff delivered frozen that they're heating up in the deep fryer. And I do think sometimes they'll have better success with things like the chicken fingers and the mod sticks. But yeah, the fries are consistently they're consistently not great. I got the Fat Buffalo, which is chicken fingers. Yeah, go on, Mitch.
I was just saying, we're making soggy fries over here, is what I was going to say. The Fat Italian is the Fat Anthony, by the way. And the Fat Buffalo Wags is one, I want to hear what you think of it, because it's one that I think is on the better side. So
I think it's pretty good. I mean, like what Matt was talking about of like the sandwich, these can be dry guys. And the thing that this one has is that it's got chicken fingers and mott sticks, and fries, but it's also got melted cheddar, buffalo hot sauce, and blue cheese dressing. Yeah, so I think by virtue of those extra sauces, it just has a little bit more moisture to it. It's just also though, it's like it's punishing to eat this.
Yeah,
like this is the quickest I've had acid reflux from a Doughboys meal, in the sense that I'll say it to the point of the first bite I had of this, I got heartburn. Like just immediately, like first swallow of Fat Buffalo, I was already in pain.
And I would say like third bite, I wouldn't even say meat sweats, because there's not that much meat on it. I guess like starch sweats, carb sweats. Third bite in, I'm getting dappling. It's like, holy shit, my body is rejecting this.
Yeah, that's like an old Irish thing, is the starch sweats. So I feel like that's like very rare.
He died on the way out for the starch sweats.
It's real fucking gnarly.
Ship of the starch sweats.
And if you're gonna do that to your body, you want it to taste
it's got to
really
be more
good.
than just like this. The idea of overindulging, which is all it is.
Right. Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be enjoying the idea of consuming that much. It's not actually providing you with a varied and enjoyable flavor. My friend who I went to the place with got the Fat Bodega, which is a tribute to Harlem's famous chopped cheese sandwich, which is just a mashed up hamburger with the cheese in it. And that one has more, it has like tomatoes in there and like some, I think pickles, diced pickles and lettuce. So that has more of a contrast to the fries. So it does cut the fries, but you still find yourself grabbing for the gravy. Like even there with that stuff in there, it's still such an overwhelming fight you're having with it.
I also got the Fat Bodega.
Sally got that too.
I'll say this. I made 2 trips to Fat Sal's, Wags.
You didn't have to do
I'm
that.
not proud of it. I didn't have to do it.
It's dedication. It's professionalism.
I was a little tipsy one night, and here's where I'll give them credit. They used to be open till 4 a.m. They are now open till about 3 a.m, which for LA is late as fuck. So they're one of the places that's still doing it. They're open till 3 a.m. I had some drinks. I thought, I'm gonna order up something. I'm hungry. And had I had some drinks? Am I just making that up? Or was I just hungry? No, I think I had some drinks. I think I had some drinks.
Like you're trying to justify why you ate such a heavy meal late at night. Like I had to have been drunk.
I know. And
you're trying to retroactively make it make sense. Like, no, I was just being a fucking fat piece of shit.
I mean, maybe I was just being a fat piece of shit. Oh, you know what? I was being a fat piece of shit. It was sad. Because it was literally the night before. I had just been hungover all day. That's what it was. Okay. So which is, you know what, same difference. So I was like, I need something to eat. I'm gonna order this bad boy. I got the Fat Greek.
That looked good. I have to say, I was intrigued by that one.
This is one of the specialty sandwiches right now.
Mhm.
Oh no, actually, I think it is. Maybe it is on the menu. Oh, there's a vegan version of it on the menu. But it's grilled lamb and beef gyro, sautéed onions, feta cheese, chopped tomatoes and cucumbers, extra virgin olive oil, fresh dill, tzatziki sauce, and fries on a hero. And let me tell you, for it being one ingredient, again, it was packed with fries. It was a starch bomb. I had the starch sweats. It was like too much, but it was decent. I did think it was a decently good sandwich. I had never had like a gyro on a hero. I never had a gyro on a hero, Wags. I've never done that before. And I thought it was speaking of Susian, a gyro on a hero. And I liked it. It was decent. I got a Diet Coke with that. The next day was football Sunday, Wags. So for my football Sunday, I went a little wild here. And look, it's too bad that Susser sleepover was a day away because I threw a full sub in the trash, which I'm not proud of.
Oh man.
But this is the other thing about Fat Sal's. Once you're done with the lunching window or the dinner window or the supper window, whenever you get it, you can't eat these sandwiches again.
That's a huge problem.
Yes.
I got it. If they come in one. They don't even let you order half of one, which is wild to me. And it's like a foot long. There's no way in hell I was finishing that thing. I got it half done. I think I got like maybe 3 bites of the second half. And it's like, I would have loved to have taken that home and eaten that later. But I knew that was going to be no dice. So I ended up throwing this whole thing away. I was like, this is just like, it's disgusting in a bunch of different ways, not just like how it tastes. Like, this is just gross. What are you doing?
You can't put that in the fridge and eat it later. You can't heat it up. It's not happening, which is crazy because like mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, those are things usually that you can reheat. I mean, fries obviously are tougher, but this thing you just can't. It all
melds together. If you put it in the fridge and brought it out, it would be like one thing. You wouldn't be able to differentiate any of this the subsidiary items.
It becomes a brick. I think you could make a home. You could make a home with leftover refrigerated Fat Sal sandwiches. Yeah. And you know what? Put me in that home. I think I would enjoy it. But I also got myself so the football order day. Here it is. Why?
Yes.
And I told Dano, I said, this is an order you'd be proud of because Dano is a great orderer. I mean, like you would see it and it would make you sick to your stomach sometimes the amount of food he orders, but I love it. And because it's one of my weaknesses, I fold in too, and I want to do the same thing. This is like saying Dano is the reason that I eat more food. It's not. I get a ton of food, but Dano is a big time orderer, and I had a big time order here. I got a Fat Cug. The Fat Cug, which is also a limited time sandwich, and it also sounds like a British insult.
Fat Cug. Right. Get your salt, you fat cug.
Yeah, fat cug. Yeah, get out of my face, you fat cug. I almost feel it doesn't feel right saying it, honestly. Chicken cutlet.
I found that name repellent. I was like, I don't know what the etymology of fat cug is, but I don't want to think about it. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, let me tell you, you maybe should have tried it because it wasn't too bad. Honestly, all my sandwiches were pretty good, but I got 2 sandwiches that were limited time sandwiches, and I think the Fat Cug was so stuffed. It was gigantically huge. You couldn't really put your mouth around it. But it was chicken cutlet, mozzarella sticks, Parmesan truffle fries, which maybe helped the fries a little bit, ricotta basil spread, which also maybe helps, vodka sauce on a garlic hero. No way I could even tell it's a garlic hero. But this one was pretty tasty. I mean, look, it has the same issues that all of these sandwiches have, which is that it's just a dense mess of a sandwich. But honestly, not too bad. I I also got myself a Fat Bodega. This is when I got the Fat Bodega, which I thought was pretty good. Cheeseburger, chopped up cheeseburger, sauteed onions, American cheese. It's ground beef, sauteed onions, American cheese is all chopped up. And then onion rings, pickles, shredded lettuce, tomato, fries, ketchup, mayo on a butter grilled hero. And Matt, I think this is just what you're saying. It's just like there's a bunch of different condiments in here. It's cheeseburger, like a lot of these things just kind of mix well with the cheeseburger. The fries are still too much. Honestly, if you ever go to Fat Sal's, maybe just never get fries. Like take the fries
just
out.
The fries. Get a fryless thing. And you know what? Like get maybe just experiment. Get them on the side so that you can like just not eat them instead of having them stuck in the fucking sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. And I liked that Fat Bodega, but I also got fries. I got a side of the buffalo chicken fries, which do they have a stupid name? Nope. Buffalo chicken cheese fries. And again, the fries just aren't good. I mean, honestly, even like, it's like chicken fingers, melted cheddar and mozzarella, buffalo sauce and blue cheese on top of fries. And all those ingredients are fine because like, I don't need the highest quality chicken fingers or whatever. And like the taste is there. The fries are just a fucking starchy mess on the bottom and they suck. And so the fries, I took a few bites of those and I was like, I'm not wasting calories here. These are going in the trash. I'm not even going to heat these up for Susser tomorrow night. A little sleepover, a fun little sleepover leftover thing. No, these things are going in the fucking trash. They were bad. I got myself a Diet Coke and a regular Coke and also Wags, finally I got a shake. To end all of this, I got a shake.
Yeah, that's another thing they're known for. I didn't opt for a shake this time, but I've gotten their shakes before.
Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe say it's the bite of the night because they're very thick shakes, but it was the sip of the trip, Wags. I got the number 4 shake, the vanilla ice cream, Oreo cookies, caramel, sea salt. That's the shake. $11, huge shake. And I loved it. I actually loved it. I thought the shake was fantastic.
Did you dine in or did you get it to go?
I got it to go.
And it traveled okay?
Traveled great.
Well, there you go.
It was great.
So I guess if you are going to go over the top there, it's just that's one way to go is on the dessert side of things. I'll say real quick that about the fries, because I got a mozzarella fries and gravy on the side. I didn't want to get the other option I was eyeing was the buffalo chicken fries as well, but I got the buffalo chicken sandwich, so I was like, I don't want to be redundant. This feels like that what would be served at the end of like Canadian Goodfellas. Where it's like, I expected poutine, I got mozzarella fries and gravy. It's just like, it's such a shitty execution of that. And, just kind of flavorless. I found the gravy very goopy and like it added moisture, but that was about all it was doing. And this is another one where it's just like, I would love to keep like leftover, big thing of fries to heat up later, but also it just didn't feel like it was going to keep. That was a bummer. The best thing I had, my bite of the night, was the vegan Impossible Burger. Which I was just like, this is a really well done burger. And you know what? It's not Unga Pachka. This one doesn't have too much going on. It's very straight ahead. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, and their fat sauce. And then I added some American cheese to make it not vegan. But I was like, this is a fucking very solid, well executed veggie burger that I would get again. And honestly, the best thing I had there. And for a place that celebrates excess, it's perhaps something of an indictment that their best their best executed item was like their simplest. Natalie also got the Fat Bodega, and I think she liked it, but had similar issues with just it being excessive, being too much. She didn't finish it. She hated the chili, and I think that's like a thing. Like you're talking about the fries sucking, Mitch. I think there's a similar issue with the chili. Is just like she described it as refried beans with ground beef, just really poorly executed. And this is the kind of place that should have good chili.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is still popular. Like Wags, when we actually went there in person for McDowell's or whatever.
That's right. With our buddy Dave Schilling, we went when they did their what the fuck was the promo?
It wasn't for Coming to America 2, right? It couldn't have been.
It
was
might.
before.
It was some Coming to America themed thing, but they did McDowell's there, and we actually had a good time there.
Yeah, we had a good time, but also packed, maybe because of the promotion. But I also feel like Fat Sal's is a place. I don't know if it's a tourist trap or if it's just like younger. If it's like kids in there, like younger 20-year-olds who are just dumb, who have just fallen for this place. Or you know what? Maybe if you don't get fries in it, it's good. I kind of don't hate it either. Like I understand what they're trying to do. You know, like I understand what they're trying to do. I just don't know how successful they are with a lot of it. But I loved my shake. My sandwiches, I think, were not as bad. I mean, I know from experience of Fat Sal's how starchy these sandwiches can be. And I did okay with some. Still a lot of starch. Still too much stuff going on and turning into a goopy sandwich. But and the fries are still bad. But my experience wasn't too bad there. I'm shocked that this is. I mean, I love that it's a late night place. I love that you know it's still open till 3 a.m. or whatever, and you can get like a big weird sandwich late night, and it's maybe outside of like the delis, it's like one of the only places in LA you can do that, right?
Sure,
but I don't get the love or the traffic there. Really, I don't get what it is because it's most certainly not like great food.
No, I mean, maybe you find the one item that works for you and then you're just craving
Sure.
that. I think there's also something too, Mitch, you talked about, like, is this being marketed towards dumb 20-somethings? And, their first location is, I went to UCLA, is a block off of UCLA campus. Like, and it's for
freaking stoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And for soaking up alcohol.
Yeah.
For damn
So I
kids.
think that's
Emma's actually eating a Fat Sal sub right now, I believe.
Always.
So this is they should call it freaking. They should call it Fat Aidens or something to acknowledge that this is actually for like Zoomers. Maybe that explains the decor, because that was one thing that I found very striking. I went to the one in Hollywood with a friend, and the aesthetic of the signage and stuff, and like the names of the sandwiches, the slogan, "Hey, we're making sandwiches here." It evokes, old school East Coast carb and meat based debauchery. But the design, it's like a poke bar. It's like a place you get juice, and like acai bowls. Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, they made this shit in L.A. Like they could not escape L.A. as they were making this, no matter what their concept was. Like L.A. was going to seep out no matter what they did.
Just put the fat ass on the menu, Wags. Get the Zoomers and millennials over there.
There you go. Their favorite food group. Matt, was there any other food you got that you want to talk about before we get to our final thoughts?
No, that was it. Those are the two ones, and by the end of it, I was against the idea of food for a while. It took me well into the evening to reclaim any kind of appetite. Real
gnarly. Sorry for doing that to you.
I realized that Susser came over that night because we watched the new Game of Thrones, so I just threw all that away before he got there. I mean, but it's inedible. After like 3 hours, you can't touch it.
I actually, I forgot this. We went to Quench Juice Bar, and we got juice. I got a smoothie. Just like I felt like I needed to like counteract the sandwich I just eaten. Like I had to do a penance for it.
I'm with you. That's Sus is like, he's like, I'm gonna stay over, and he's like, I'll order us dinner, and I was just like, I don't fucking want anything at all. Hey, the LG thing went off, Wags.
Well, there you go.
That means it's time for us to put in our fork score, I think.
Chekhov's washing machine. Hey,
I got spits that night, but I could barely touch it, Matt. I'm right there with you, where I was just like, the idea of eating again just didn't seem possible.
Yeah. It's rough. That's a day ruiner for sure. Well, look, let's get to our final thoughts on Fat Sal. So, Matt, here's how this will work. We'll each go around, give a closing argument, if you will, and then end by giving it a score from 0 to 5 forks. You are our guest. We'll begin with you. Your closing thoughts, your fork score.
The problem with Fat Sal's is that it is what happens when you try to make a meme into a restaurant. You try to take the concept of ironically overeating and then have to make food that people then have to actually eat. That's an inherent contradiction. And yeah, the only people who can square that contradiction are the young and idiotic. So for them, this is probably a wonderful, like we were talking about, challenging yourself since you don't have Normandy. Well, you have Fat Sal's. You can eat that whole thing. You can eat more than one. Or add fries. Put something on the fries. Like, there you go. You've challenged yourself, and you are finding meaning in the struggle.
There are literally food challenges here too. By the way,
I was looking at that.
Yeah.
They've got like a thing that's like it's got cheeseburgers and like the buffalo strips and the pastrami, and then of course the fries on top of that, and then a bunch of stuff, and it's like 27 inches long, and you have 40 minutes to eat it, and then if you do, it's free.
That's such a funny thing of like, wow, it's free.
Yeah.
After all this, like you just
guess what?
Yeah, right.
You paid for it. Don't worry about it. But they also, though, if you're for a shake fan, they also have one of those challenges for the shakes. 30 scoops of vanilla ice cream, 30 scoops of chocolate ice cream, cakes, cookies, candies, pretzel syrup, 2 cans of whipped cream served in a souvenir custom glass. You got 10 minutes to eat that bad boy, or else
10
it's $100.
minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
How would
truly
you be able
revolting.
to sustain that?
60 scoops of ice cream. 60 scoops.
The headache would destroy you. Your head would literally split.
60
Absurd.
scoops. No, I feel like no one has done that, but
No, I don't think
Who
anyone
knows?
has.
No.
But I'm an old man, and if I tried to live that life, I'd be dead on Tuesday, and I've got better ways to kill myself. So I'll give it two spoons.
wow.
Two forks.
2 forks.
2 forks and a spoon.
Wow. Wow. It's tough for me because I do want to like it. And I like sub shops, though. This is like a weird Frankenstein sub shop. It's not a real East Coast Italian deli or whatever or sub shop that I'm used to. It's a Frankenstein place where they're putting mozzarella sticks and chicken tenders, which again may not be of the best quality. I think that is also an issue with it. But I gotta say, the things I like about it, it's open late. They stick to their theme, Wags. And if you know what you're gonna get going in, you can leave with a decent sandwich. Or really, if you need, it's late night and you've been out and you want to order delivery, that's the way to do it. But I gotta say, I gotta give them credit for that shake, because that shake was damn good. It was really, really, really good. And I think that I think it's frustrating because I think that this place could be something that is kind of unique in LA. And I mean, it is unique in its own way, but I'm saying like it could be unique and it also could be good. Like it could actually be decent, but they're stuffing subs with bad fries and you're kind of
Bad fry restaurant.
And it's a bad fry restaurant. It's just and it's hard to overcome that. So look, you're getting 3 forks over here. 3 forker.
Wow.
It's a 3 forker.
3 freaking forks.
3 freaking forks. No Golden Play Club for you.
No, this place
You
isn't getting
fucking
in.
fat cug.
I wish it was. Yeah, I'm parroting both of you, but I just wish it was better. I mean, I think the concept is focused. I think what they're trying to do is excess for excess's sake, but it's just not. It's just bad food. It's just not well executed, and I think a lot of the stuff is a lot of these sandwiches are dry, guys. That's a big issue. There's just not enough moisture. There's too many fried components. And I have one good memory about this place, which is going to earn it a half fork, which is that I went here during the 2011 Western Conference playoffs, where the 8-seed Memphis Grizzlies upset the 1-seed San Antonio Spurs. I went there, I was
That's pretty good.
watching that game there, and then listening to some of it in my car, and I got some good
Who
what
won
they now
that
call
year?
Stromboli fries. That was the year that the Grizzlies upset them. The Grizzlies won in
But I'm
6.
saying, who
won the
won
title?
overall that year?
That 2011 would have been the Mavericks. Those the Dirk year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
But anyway, what they now call their Stromboli fries, those were pretty good. They're like, a bunch of pepperoni and pizza toppings on their fries, and I thought about getting those again, but I kind of just didn't want them. So for that reason, I'll go 2.5 forks for Fat Sal's.
Ooh.
Well, there you go. That's our review of Fat Sal's. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back with more Doughboys. Smooth sack summer is slowly coming to an end, Mitch. If you haven't been scaping for the summer sun, it's not too late to sweep your sack of those pesky pubes. As summer comes to an end and we enter fall, keep your boys clean and fresh just in time for Fresh Ball Fall. The leader in below-the-waist grooming is here to make sure your pubes feel smoother than a beach ball and smell fresher than your girl's pumpkin spice. Start the new season the right way and join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Doughboys at manscaped.com.
Wags, we love pumpkin spice. But you know one thing people don't want? Pumpkin spiced pubes.
No one wants that.
No one wants
it enhances
that.
every flavor except for pube flavor.
We don't want that. You don't want pubes in general. You want them cleaned off for the fall. You want Manscaped.
Manscaped, which has helped our confidence. You trim the grass, the tree looks taller, and the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep your sweet, sweet sack in check.
I'm looking like a Ken doll down there, Wags.
Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents and thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave.
Wow. Wags, I was raking the leaves yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We know how I do this.
Yeah, nice fall activity.
I look and I say, that's a big pile of leaves. Wait a minute. It was a fucking pile of pubes, Wags. That's how
fuck.
I haven't used my Manscaped in a few weeks, and I look over, I'm raking up a pile of freaking pubes.
Get like a dust ball of pubes, just drifting across the highway.
It's not right. You got to keep things clean for fall.
And now that your sack is smooth, lather up with Manscaped's liquid formulations to get that fresh ball fall freshness. The Crop Preserver ball deodorant helps you stay cool in the heat. Their soothing aloe vera formula is the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and the clear drying formula helps keep your sack looking good and smelling good. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag that'll bring your comfort to another level at home and on the go.
Wow. Now that I when I think of the fall, I think of the leaves changing colors. I think of football, and I think of a clean, pubeless sack. That's what I think of with fall.
Yeah, pubes just drifting in the breeze, floating away.
Flying south for the winter with the birds.
Keep yourself groomed from head to toe with their Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With a performance package, your balls will be ready to impress, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. You gotta do that. Because here's the thing. Yeah, maybe you've got a gleaming smooth sack, but if you're holding your shaft aloft so everyone can admire your sack, but your nails are too long and they got dirt underneath them, no one's gonna be enjoying it.
That's
They're gonna be like,
nasty.
dude, trim your nails.
And Wise, guess what? You can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Doughboys at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Doughboys at manscaped.com. Keep things smooth and fresh as we say sayonara to smooth ball summer and enter fresh ball fall.
Welcome back to Doughboys. We are with Matt Christman. Hey, it's time for a segment. I've got a food-related exam, and Mitch and Matt must compete for superiority.
Do you think the mafia is mad at us because of our Fat Sal score?
They're probably mad at the cartoonish Italian accent you did when you were characterizing the Anti-Defamation League. It's a pizza-tossing chef.
Am I going to wake up with Yusong's head in my bed?
R.I.P. This is Slop Quiz Calorie Count Edition. This was compiled by our associate producer Amelia Marino, and the query we're going to go for here is which food stuff makes you more stuffed, i.e., which food has more calories. I'll give you 2 food items. You answer which one is more caloric. You can buzz in with your name, and I will keep score. First up, your options are McDonald's Big Mac or the Burger King Whopper, which has more
Mitch.
calories. Go ahead, Mitch.
The Whopper.
You are correct. The Whopper apparently has a whopping 670 calories compared to the Max 550. All right. Mitch is on the board.
We just ate that alone as a sandwich. It's not too bad. That's a dinner. You're just your dinner.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I don't know. I think if you can get out, if you can get out of a fast food meal with under 1,000 calories total, like I'm just like, that's whatever. It's an indulgence, but you're not going to kill yourself. All right. Next up, which has more calories? The DQ chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard. This is medium. Or a Sonic hot fudge classic shake, size unspecified.
Size unspecified.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no size near. Take it up with Amelia. So DQ chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard or Sonic hot fudge classic shake, which has more calories. Anyone can buzz in.
My gut is the Sonic one, hot fudge, baby.
No, it's the DQ. Yeah, the DQ has 1030 to Sonic's 940.
1030.
It's a lot. It's very caloric.
That's a lot.
Those blizzards are brutal. Yeah. Matt, are you a DQ guy? Do you like a sweet treat?
I was as a kid. We had a DQ in my hometown, and I would go there. Love the dilly bar. Was not as big on the hot items. It was mostly just get the desserts. Haven't been in a very long time. The brazier, they would kind of try to do the Burger King thing. We have a brazier. We're cooking it on a grill.
That's
it's
right.
Have
yes.
grill marks. But I was usually like, nah, I'd rather have Taco Bell and then get a dilly bar.
Yeah.
Matt, were you a fan of Cops?
Oh yeah, the custard stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at one briefly after college.
Wow.
You worked at Cops.
Fired
Wow,
for
I can't-
stealing $100
Wow.
bill out of the till, which I had not done. But I had to talk my way out of a police interview with a very dumb cop who tried to threaten me with a 100% accurate lie detector test that would prove that I was lying about this. And I was like, well, I hadn't done it. 1 and 2, I knew that they weren't even admissible in court anyway. So I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. And then he never, of course, contacted me. He was just trying to see if I was dumb enough to freak out and confess.
Right.
Very
How long
annoying
was-
because I realized I could have actually taken the money and I would have gotten away with it. And all I would have lost was that stupid job.
I was gonna say, Matt, there is a $100 bill framed behind you. I was wondering if that was
That's right. My first grift.
How long did you work at Cops?
Very briefly, like I said, I was there for like a couple months. They didn't like
Oh,
me
wow.
anyway, so it was easy to get me out the door.
What were
I
you?
wasn't very
What were you
good.
doing there?
I was the cashier mostly, and I would make the ice cream sandwich, the ice cream cones that people ask for. But there was like a kitchen staff and then the front of the house, people talking on the registers, and it was 100% racially segregated. It was pretty funny.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Like everybody in the kitchen was black, everybody behind the registers was white.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's it's funny because people were like, you gotta do Cops. It was like the Culver's follow-up. We had been, people have basically been harassing us to do Culver's for so long. They were like, you gotta try Culver's. They were going crazy about Culver's. We tried it, it was great. And then the follow-up, the sequel Cops, was still good. Don't get me wrong.
still good.
It's not as good.
But
it's not
It's
nearly
not
as
as
good.
good. It's not.
No, it's an entirely lower graded
It's
deal.
fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you can't compare the two. Those
Yeah,
the butter burgers with the crisp edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
Yep.
burger. Love that butter burger.
Fuck, I want one.
All right, next up, we're in Sauce Town. Chick-fil-A sauce versus Raising Cane's cane sauce. Similar sauces.
Ooh,
Which
Mitch
has more calories? Go ahead, Mitch.
Raising Cane's cane sauce.
Cane sauce is more caloric. You are correct.
Wow.
You got 2 points. All right, next one. Dealing with a snack here. 12 Cool Ranch Dorito chips or 55 Goldfish crackers.
The Doritos.
You are correct,
Wow.
Matt. You're on the board.
12 Doritos is more
12
than
Doritos.
55 goldfish.
It's
More
that
caloric
flavor,
than-
baby. You're paying for
Yeah.
it. You're paying for
Yeah.
those packed in flavor
Fuck.
crystals.
You sure are.
And also baked versus fried, right? The
Yep.
goldfish are baked.
That'll do it.
Wow. Still worth it.
All right, here's another one. 500 Takis, Fuego flavor, or 100 Oreos.
What the fuck?
It's got to be 100 Oreos. That seems like it would be like a brick in your stomach.
Yeah.
It would be harder to eat 100 Oreos, but surprisingly, apparently 500 Takis are more caloric, 6,000 calories to 5,300
Wow.
calories. Yeah. I've definitely taken I'll take down a whole sleeve of Oreos. Maybe not a whole bag necessarily, but I'll take a thing of golden Oreos. And I'll take one of those whole columns. And yeah, it's always painful. It's never worth it. All right, next up, talking Arby's.
Yes.
1 Arby's triple decker club or 19 hard boiled eggs.
I like this being your two choices.
Those are your options. Arby's triple decker, 19 hard boiled eggs.
I'll let our guests go.
I'll say the eggs.
You are correct. It is the eggs.
Wow.
Yeah. Well crafted question. I was misled by the specificity. I was like, it's got to be the Arby's, but no, it was the eggs. All right, couple more. Purina Urinary Tract Health Chicken Entree Cat Food. This is a 3-ounce can, or 1 pouch of Fruit Gushers.
Mitch,
Go ahead, Mitch. You're the cat man.
the Gushers.
No, I'm sorry.
It's the
It is
cat
the Urinary
food?
Tract Health Chicken Entree Cat Food.
It's the cat. Oh, wow.
It's the
I guess
cat
that
food.
makes
The cat food is
sense.
mildly more
I
caloric.
thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, exactly. That seems like a classic trick question. Where it's like, that's right. That's what those gushers are doing to you.
Yeah. They should make little cat gushers.
Mm-hmm.
Something with
think
a little gravy inside of them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, they'd love that. Can a cat handle gummy texture? Can cat teeth chew through a gummy?
I'm not saying they necessarily have to be gummy, but
Okay,
a cat version of a gusher.
got it. So
Make
some
it
sort of
happen.
exploding treat, some sort of pop in your mouth treat.
Make it happen, Friskies. Make it happen.
All right, last one. This will decide it, whether this is knotted up at 2 apiece or whether one of you triumphs. Your options are a pack of Trident white peppermint gum or 5 teaspoons of human cum. Gum or cum?
I'm going to go gum.
You are correct. Matt takes it 3-2.
There was the trick question. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the stuff of life, for God's sakes. It's like, nope. Nothing compared to what the good people at Wrigley could slap together.
Wow.
5 teaspoons. I can't tell if that's a lot or a little. I just can't visualize it.
5 teaspoons.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably average a teaspoon per load is my guess.
That's what I'm thinking. This sounds like Peter North territory. 5 teaspoons. That's substantial.
Jesus.
Hey, that was Slop Quiz Calorie Count Edition. Just like a restaurant via feedback. Let's open to the feedback. And we have a voicemail today. Emma, do you want to cue this up?
Yes, I have this ready to go.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Doughboys. It's Alex from Nashville, just working in the ice cream truck, and I had a question for you. If you could bring back any high school cafeteria meal, what would it be? Mine would be the spaghetti. It was so freaking good. Thanks for all the laughs. Love you guys. Have a good one.
He said he said it was a little broken up, but he said his would be spaghetti. It was so freaking good. Thanks for your service working that ice cream truck, Alex. The interesting. I get what the question is, but interesting to like use spaghetti as the example here because like I don't feel like that's a thing that's disappeared from my diet since elementary school, right?
You're
Or
thinking
high school is here.
square pizzas or
Yeah,
for me, like American chop suey, which is something that I brought up on here and people were confused by, which is basically macaroni and beef and like different veggies or whatever in it. Okay, I get it. Look, I'm just going to go out straight ahead and say it. Chicken Patty Tuesdays, that when we had chicken patties, The chicken patties were the big thing. That's what
Emma's
the
nodding
kids
along.
love.
She's also from the
Chicken
Northeast.
patties.
I agree. They were the best. That's
Chicken
exactly what was my
patties.
first thought was the chicken patties. They got banned eventually.
Did they really? Why? Because it's just fried. It's like
Too
a
much-
fried.
Too much sodium.
Fucking Michelle Obama.
That must have been Michelle Obama
Ruining
initiative.
our ability to have delicious sodium-filled chicken cutlets.
Meanwhile, Barack, he's taking those things down in his new avatar body. He doesn't give a shit.
What? Wait, for people who aren't familiar, describe what you're talking about with Chicken Patty Tuesdays
all right.
or whatever day it
Here's
was.
this. A bun. This is truly it. A bun and a fried chicken circular patty and nothing else.
Yep.
That was what a chicken. That's what a chicken
Sometimes
patty
there was
was.
a spicy option. Sometimes you could get a spicy one. And if you were extra lucky, you might get a piece of cheese.
That was after my time. It was for me. It was just so much like a patty of chicken like a fried chicken patty into a bun. I mean, like I wonder if eating it now, if I would be like, this is like horrid. If you know if they wouldn't hold up at all, but that chicken patty, you know, maybe you get yourself a Fruitopia. I guess I could just say Fruitopia to bring back Fruitopia, and then those Emma, you probably know these the chocolate chip cookies. They came in obviously they were circles because they're cookies, but they came in that clear package with the yellow writing on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can like visualize them. I don't know the name though.
They were good too.
In like the clear cellophane, right?
Yep. That was it. That was a meal right there. Sometimes you would like in middle school. I don't think we got fries. In high school, you get fries, but I don't know what they served with the chicken patty. But the chicken patty was it, Wags. That was the
Absolutely.
big one.
So it's weird for me to answer this question because I went to the largest school district in the state of Wisconsin that did not have a school provided hot lunch program.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's
they
fucking
never wanted to pay
crazy.
for it. They did a bond issue in the county when I was, I think, in like high school, and it failed. They said, no, fuck you. We still don't want to pay for kids to eat food. So I was always just eating stuff from home. So I didn't have a lot of experience with cafeteria until I went to college, and there it was, not the chicken cutlet, but the turkey cutlet. It was a flat fried turkey kind of schnitzel-y guy that was absolutely the best thing, and would always get that when it was out there.
Sounds delightful.
I have not really eaten anything remotely similar to that ever since. I had plenty of fried chicken, and even like a fried chicken sandwich doesn't really hit the spot the way that the turkey cutlet did, especially since that's what it was always called, breaded turkey cutlet.
And was it just a cutlet a la carte, or were you getting that in between a bun?
There would be no bun, but there were sides you could get.
Right.
Potatoes and such.
What college was this?
Oh, Carroll College. It was in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Oh,
It's a small liberal arts school.
I don't have any particular nostalgia for any dorm food, but I thinking back to, like, first off, I've maybe said this on the podcast before, but in our elementary school, Riley Elementary, Lakewood, California, we had go Roadrunners. We had there was like a vote. There was like a student vote for favorite cafeteria item, and chicken fried steak won in a landslide.
Wow.
We loved the chicken fried steak there. It was
That's
fucking
wild.
terrific. Yeah.
I've heard this before, but that is wild for like younger people. That's the number one. I mean, it's great.
It was just really well done. It was a good execution.
I asked Micus Chankton and Dano.
Mhm.
I asked them what the cookies were, because I can't. There was like a horse and carriage on it, Emma, right?
I can't remember.
What are you talking about?
These cookies. I'm trying to figure out what these cookies are.
I tried Googling and I could not find them. It feels
Yeah,
like
I
one of
Googled
those things
too.
that if I see it, I'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, that. But I can't
They
remember
might. I think
the
they
name.
still or probably exist. I think they
For
do.
sure.
But
They were like a packaged embossed cookie, like a chessman. They had like a logo
No,
on
it was
them.
just like chocolate cookies in a little cellophane
yeah,
package.
2 chocolate chip cookies in a
Okay.
little cellophane package that was just the size. That was like wrapped to the cookie, so it was like a
Yeah.
circular package.
Got it. Okay.
2 chocolate chip cookies. Someone will remember the name. Some freak out there knows this.
Mitch will wake up at 4 a.m. screaming it. It's okay.
So stressed, what's
wake
wrong?
up.
Yeah.
Quotes. Yes. Susser comes in with his CPAP machine around his head.
The spaghetti did make me think of, I remember my elementary school spaghetti would be like a little dish of spaghetti that had a slice of American cheese. And I don't know if they'd run it over the broiler or they just put it on there and it would just melt on. But I have like specific nostalgia for that. And Natalie's made that a few times, like thrown some American cheese on top of a little pile of spaghetti. And it is delightful.
I like that.
Yeah. The other one I think of
God
is
bless the cafeteria workers of America. I mean,
God bless them.
Yeah.
That's a tough job. Also, like I know like the quality of food, because it was prison food forever, right? Was what lunch food was, right?
Yeah.
I think it still is.
Which also like which is also like prisoners shouldn't get served this food either. I'm not saying like, but kids also shouldn't be getting prison food, and the prisoners shouldn't be getting prison food, I guess. No one should be getting the low quality of food, but I think that they did a pretty good job. It's my 1 year in private school. It was crazy how fucking good the food was comparatively. Just like such an upgrade. Like there were plates, first of all, just like plates of like a spaghetti and like chicken cacciatore and shit.
Yes.
Like just like so much better.
I used to sneak into the dining hall at Phillips Exeter Academy when I was in high school, and we would go eat their food.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember, like for me, I think it's like the difference between working on, like a shitty, like Funny or Die shoot where you're getting paid $50 a day, and like the meal you have is like you're sharing a Jersey Mike's sandwich with somebody. And then I worked on a Dodge commercial once, and it was just like this super like high budget, like car commercials have so much money, and there was literally waiters walking around with silver trays with ceviche on them. It was like, this is fucking absurd. This is so opulent. This is so needlessly, over the top. But it's like, yeah, you have those feelings sometimes when you see like the budget version versus like the one that like pushes it as far as it can go.
All right. I have an answer, by the way.
Yeah.
I said, what were the cookies in middle school in North? This is all I wrote. And then Chankton wrote, I think Dano will know this. And then
Great.
Dano responds, Peggy Lawton, dog. That was his response. Calling me dog, to be clear. And he's 100% right. They were Peggy Lawton cookies. Peggy Lawton cookies.
Yep.
Dano got it immediately. Immediately got it. That guy's got a fucking steel trap. He remembers everything.
Yeah, good brain on Dano. Choco Chip, it says. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Dano just said Biggie raps about them cookies and sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
These, Mitch?
Look at those.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Wow.
There you
Look
go.
yummy.
The only way I am like an elephant. Oh, his memory. Yeah, that's what. And Chapin said Dano got the memory of an elephant. He does. I can't believe he got that just off the dome. That's wild.
That's amazing.
Good for Dano. Love you, Dano. Hey, let us know what foods you miss from your youth, from your school days. # snack to school. And if you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at doughboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844.
I'm swiping through Tinder trying to find Peggy Lawton right now, by the way.
To get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, you can join the Golden or Platinum Play Club at patreon.com/doughboys. Our guest today, Matt Christman. Matt, a delight to have you on, a dream guest. It's been a long time coming. We're glad we could make this happen. Please come back if you ever please to do so. And
sorry it was bad. Sorry the energy was
no, you know what? It was
weird.
still a delight. It was a new experience. I would try anything you guys suggested.
Love it.
Wow.
Chapo Trap House has
back.
Please come back. Chapo Trap House has some dates on tour in October. Is that correct?
Yes, we're doing a tour, big venue, big city tour where we're going to be performing without recording. So none of this is going to be sent out later as live podcasts. So if you want to hear it, you got to be there. There will be forbidden riffs. There will be special guests. October 1st will be in Chicago at the Vic Theater. October 8th will be at the theater at the Ace Hotel in LA. On the 14th, we'll be at Town Hall Theater in New York City, walking there, eating sandwiches perhaps. And then spooky, terrifying Halloween spooktacular in Fort Lauderdale at Revolution.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Check
a
them
place
all
to
out.
celebrate Halloween. Check that out.
Yeah.
And check out Chapo Trap House if you're not already listening, which you probably are. And Mitch, that'll do it for this week's Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoonman Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
Bye, Weige.
Hey, buddy, if you haven't seen on our social media, we have a new show, Doughboys Snack Pack. And it premieres tonight, Thursday, September 22nd. Get the Spotify Live app and you can listen live and even chat with me and the Spoonman tonight and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Doughboys Snack Pack. Listen live on Spotify. Want to see the sources for this week's intro? Check the episode description.
Podcast ads are powerful. In fact, 81% of listeners say they trust host recommendations on podcasts, and 51% are more likely to consider a product after hearing a host read ad. That's why we created Gumball. It's the fastest and most intuitive place to buy and manage host-read ads at scale. With just a few clicks, connect with hundreds of podcasts and get a campaign up and running. It all takes minutes, not weeks. The easiest way to buy host-read ads. Start your campaign today at gumball.fm.
That was a HeadGum podcast.